I'm Kyle Romagus, and we're getting down to the brass tacks and hard facts of loading the flat load. Traditionally, the flat load is loaded with no rhyme or reason and no identifying features. Usually what's going to happen here is they're going to load it even with the bed here with no way to tell what links are where, and it's hard to take advantage of the versatility of the hose load in that way. So what we're going to do here is we're going to load the flat load with identifying features, and what we have here is a cutout of a 6-foot transverse bed that's missing a divider, so it's going to be easier for us to load and for you to see. So Jared here is going to help me load the flat load, and we're always going to start our loads with a pigtail, which is a short section of hose that's going to bring that first coupling all the way to the edge of the bed and make everything predictable as we go through. We've adapted this flat load to be a little more identifying in its nature. We've got the pigtail signifying the nozzle side. We've got the first 50-foot length, which is the 200-foot length, short folded to the edge of the bed. Our first set of long loops is going to identify the 150-foot section. Our 100 feet is in the middle. Our last section here is going to be identified by these 2 long loops with the 50-foot section. And now everything is easily identifiable as we go through, and I can plan my stretch. So this first coupling right here is the 200-foot coupling, and it's going to signify what side the nozzle is going to be on. Although this is a transverse bed and it can be pulled bi-directional, we're going to start out with the nozzle side here because everything's going to play off of that. So our first fold is going to be a short fold even with the pigtail here, and it's going to leave it out to be identified as that nozzle pigtail side. And we're going to make short folds even with the transverse bed, and there's going to be a total of 4 of them. So the pigtail is going to be the first. After the 4th short fold, it's going to bring us to our 150-foot coupling. And that 150-foot coupling is going to fall on the nozzle side. We're going to signify this 150-foot coupling with an identifying loop that's large enough to get into a gloved hand into and long enough to where I can stand flat-footed on the ground and grab this depending on where your transverse bed's located. Whether it's waist high or up above your head, we want this loop to be accessible without having to step up on the rig when we do that. The second long loop is just going to match the first. And we're going to continue with short folds even with the transverse bed with a total of 4 of them, which is going to then halfway through lead us to our 100-foot coupling. And as the 100-foot coupling falls in the bed, notice it falls towards the nozzle side here as well. So all of these couplings are going to be identified just by the way we've loaded it from the front end. So we're going to continue with our 3rd short fold, and then end with the 4th. Our next identifying loops are going to tell us where our 50-foot coupling is in this load here. So our loops are going to match our first, and it's going to lead us to our 50-foot coupling, which is going to land on the opposite side of the nozzle back this direction. So when we lay this bundle down and I have more than 100 feet of hose on my shoulder, it's going to be really easy for me to identify where that 50-foot coupling is because it's the only coupling on the back side away from the nozzle. And we're going to continue the 4 short folds after our long loop. And our short folds are going to lead us to the nozzle section. This pigtail is going to signify where our nozzle section is, so we're just going to cheat back this line all the way back to the back side of the hose bed and leave our nozzle on the pigtail side. We want to turn this last loop vertical to give us an idea if we're pulling off the transverse bed in the opposite direction and we're dragging this hose load straight through the other side, we know where the nozzle section is and can control it when we get that.